Hello everyone and welcome to this WeVideo tutorial for beginners. We'll be taking you through everything you'll need to know as a beginner in order to get your feet wet and get used to editing using WeVideo. WeVideo is an awesome platform that helps you maximize engagement through interactive videos and powerful media tools all at your fingertips. WeVideo as an online video editor offers a range of features for users of all kinds of skill levels. It's accessible through web browsers on PCs, Macs, and Chromebooks, as well as through mobile apps for iOS and Android devices, thus allowing video editing anywhere with an internet connection. Some of the key features is what we'll be looking into, such as multi-track editing, trimming and merging, music and audio effects, transitions, stock media library, templates, and many more. And now we'll be taking you through the sign-up process. So when you get to wevideo.com, you want to go over to the sign-up option, so click on it, and here we can have the option to start our free WeVideo trial. We have the option to sign up with Google or Facebook, or if you want to, you could go through the other process of manually entering your first name, last name, an email, and a password in order to sign up for WeVideo. But we'll be choosing the Google option as this makes things easier. You will be taken to this page where you'll need to choose an email address which you like to use. And after selecting it, you'll need to confirm by clicking on continue. And right here, it asks you what you'll be using WeVideo for. So there are 6 options here. If you're a student, to make for class projects. If you're a K-12 teacher, to empower students with interactive videos. K-12 individual creator, business, or higher ed professional. So we'll be choosing individual creator. And when you follow these steps, you will be taken to a page that looks like this. You will be starting your 7 days free trial. And after a while, you can go over to change your plan. You might be looking into that in a moment, but we want to help you understand what these other parts are for. Now we're currently on the home page and you can see create, home, templates, projects, upload, and exports. Here it says start with a template. So you can choose any of these templates. You have a number of options right here. Or if you don't want to be sliding from right to left, you can choose browse all templates, click on it. And here you can see some other video templates. Now these templates have their different categories and you could scroll through to see how they are. So for example, if you're into tutorials, you can click on tutorial and you can see quick website, online classes, photography workshop, home workout, etc. So we're just done with templates. Click on projects. And this is where you'll see all your projects as you're working on them after a while. So if you start working on projects and you're wondering where they are, this is exactly where they will be at. You can click on uploads and this is where you can basically add media. We'll be taking you through an example of adding a media. We'll click on add media or create a folder. So how about we just create a folder to stay organized? So we're going to click on it and then we could say background, click on create, and this makes a folder. Click on it to open it and then you can add your media. We're going to click on add media. Then you have the option to upload what you have already, or you could click on record. So we're going to click on upload and here we can use a simple drag and drop option right here, or you could click on browse to select. There are other options to upload, such as importing from social sites such as Google Drive, Dropbox, or OneDrive. So there are options for you, so you're not stuck on where to get your media from. So we have a nice photo right here. We're going to be dropping it here and it's currently loading. It's currently queued for processing, so we'll wait for a second for that. And there you have it done. So we can click on the X to close it and we have our first upload here on WeVideo. Let's proceed. Now when you go over to export, this is where you can see all your finalized projects where you have exported them, and this helps to keep things organized, right? So you have your export, your uploads, your projects, and templates. And then at the top area right here, you can see notifications. When you click on it, you can see some notifications, messages from WeVideo themselves, or any other information that is pertinent to your work. And if you'd like some help, there is the help button right here. Then you have add feedback and your account. So when you click on it, you can see log out or account settings. When we click on account settings, right here, you can see your name. You can actually change your avatar or your display picture. And then you have privacy settings, connected apps, manage personal data. So if you're looking for settings, you can come over here and make some changes as you wish. For example, if you want to change the email preferences, you could do all of this right here. So right away, we'll be going back to the home page by clicking on WeVideo here, and then would like to create. So let's go ahead and click on create. And we've been taken to this page, and it looks like a video editor and basically what we expected. You have different sections of this page, and we'll just be helping you to understand what they are for. Now, this is where you'll be previewing what you have on your timeline. So if you have some media here, you can drag and drop them right here, and you'll see how they'll be playing out right here. Now, if you have some information you'd like to preview before you're actually dropping it right here, you can actually see them also right here. So for example, we'll be dropping an image right here, and there you have an image which you could use and drag it down here to your video editor timeline, right? So we just dropped it to the timeline, and it looks pretty neat. And then here you have my project, and this is a good reminder because you want to stay organized. So right here, we can come over here and change the name of this project to my first project and change it to first project, press on enter, and this is the new name of this project. So what more we can do right here is to hide used media if you want to, or if you want to leave everything for you to see. So this is a project bin where basically we have everything, and then when we click on upload, you can see backgrounds. Remember earlier in this video, we actually put in background for us to see, and it actually was a folder, and that's why we're double clicking on it. And we can go back, and this is showing you why it's good to keep things organized, right? And of course, you have exports, you have videos, and you can see that you can search for videos. So this is a stock library of WeVideo's videos, right? So you could choose from a range of videos, or you could go ahead and search for videos. So we can say running, press on enter, and you can see some running. So you can use this as your stock video library, and we're going to be bringing this right here. We'll delete this one, take this to the first part, and then we could bring another one, minimize the timing. Since this is about 22 seconds, so we want to reduce this to a few more seconds, like 4 seconds. And this is about 8 seconds. We're going to reduce that. Then we're going to take it close to each other. So when we take the play stick to the beginning, you could press on play. Yeah, and you can see the difference. Now we have 2 videos, and as you might have noticed, we didn't have any transition. So we could come over here to add transition. You have the plus sign just between each clip. So click on add a transition. And if we move it over to the left, let's see if it has actually added a transition. So you can see that it used the fade transition. Now this was selected automatically, but if you want a specific transition, you can come over to transitions right here. And then you have some options right here. So we could click and drag it and drop it right here and see the difference. We'll play it again. Great. So that was a cross blur, and that's how you get to add your transitions. We're going to be going back to videos, and this time we'll be changing our search to cycling. Then we're going to be putting this right here, reduce the timing. Then we're going to add another one, say this one, reduce the timing. And this is basically my preference, as you can see, and you could have your preference as you want. We're going to add transition. So you can see here we have 4 clips, and then we could add a transition to this one. So you can see there is a transition between every clip. This makes it more dynamic and engaging. So go over to transitions. We're going to use a random transition here and another one right here, right? So let's go to the beginning. And before we go for a preview, we're going to add an audio to make this video more interesting. So we're going to be sticking to inspiring. And if you'd like to see more of each genre, you can go over to see all. Remember, as you're dragging it into the timeline, it might be playing as a preview, but don't worry. Once you drop it there, it will stop playing. So now we're going to be adding a text. We're going to go over to text, and here you have some templates to play with. So we're going to choose this one, and we're going to be editing what we have here in primary text and secondary text. Now, if you want to edit this right here, all you need to do is to double click on it, and you can see primary text. So we're going to say running. And the secondary text could say sport, right? And you could change the font size as you wish. Click on done. When you're done, let's go to the beginning and then play our video. We could make this full screen to see how it looks like. Let's play. Awesome, right? So we've just been able to show you how you can actually use WeVideo as an online video editor. This is considered as the best online editor out there because it's pretty much easy to use and you could go ahead and have a great start yourself even though you might be a beginner. We've not talked about other aspects because this is something you can actually explore for yourself, but we're happy that we've been able to show you the basics of using WeVideo to edit and enhance your media. And one more thing we'd like to show you is if you want to cut the audio, you can take your playhead to where you want it. And then you have the split button right here, or you can simply press on S on your keyboard. And now you can see we have two audios, right? We can press and delete everything right away. We'll take this here. And because we have the end screen, we might want some audio added to it. So we're going to be clicking on the audio. And then when we get to the edge, your cursor will change to what you can actually drag. So we're going to leave it right there. We're going to double click on this and you can see directed by the name, produced by the name, so we can give some random names. So we have John Wins there, Jane Lake, and let's just give another name as a first actor. So as a first actor, we're going to say, so here we have Blend Arson. So this is just to show you that you can actually change the names and do anything you want. And then we're going to see the animation. So you can see that the animation has a start and ending position. You could use the scale to adjust it, or reset it back to the original. Then click on Done. And then let's play it from somewhere in the middle, just close to the end so we can have a pretty nice view. Enlarge it and press play. That takes us to the end of our WeVideo tutorial for beginners. As we said at the beginning, we wanted you to have a good feel of what WeVideo can do. You could go ahead and start your 7 days free trial and get along and see what you can do with it. And after everything has been done, you can go over to the top right corner here and click on export to export your video. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.